Hello and welcome to 1000 Word Interviews. My name is Mordecai and today I'm joined by Isobel.
Hi,
Isobel, thank you so much for speaking with me and doing this interview.
thank you for having me.
No worries. And to get started, can you just tell us a few things about yourself?
I absolutely can. I am an artist and a performer, and I've worked in the theatre and in festivals for, a long time now, over a decade. And I originally trained as an actor.
Wow, okay. And what about some of your hobbies? What do you do for fun?
I read a lot. I love to read. I like to sew when I can be bothered. I like watching old movies. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, as you know, today we're going to speak about a photo of yours with an interesting story. But before we start speaking about the photo, could you give us some clues, as in what are some of the themes that we're going to cover today?
Absolutely. So some of the themes of the photo are theatre and performance, comedy, mental health, glitter.
Okay, so we've got theatre, performance, mental health,
Yeah.
comedy, and glitter.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Okay, first question. Could you describe what we can see in this photo?
Yes, absolutely. So I am standing in the center of the photo. There's a light on me and I'm wearing Disney's Frozen pyjamas. My hair is down. I'm surrounded by an audience. We're sitting in a small karaoke room and the audience all have their arms outstretched and they're letting party poppers off. And there's a door and to the left of the photo with a glass window in it, and through the window you can see posters from the rest of the venue.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great description. So you've already kind of answered this question, but who are some of the people that we can see in the photo?
So the people of the audience, I am performing a show and they paid to come and see it.
Okay. And where was this photo taken?
In Edinburgh at a pub called the Three Sisters.
Okay, so that's Edinburgh, Scotland?
Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And when was the photo taken?
The photo was taken in August 2017.
So you kind of already started to answer this question, but what was actually happening in the moment that the photo was taken?
So what was happening is I was performing a one-woman show called It's My Funeral and I'll Throw Glitter If I Want To.
Okay.
And I'm performing it at Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Okay. So in this moment, you were on stage performing and everyone was watching you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I want to hear more about this story and this show.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about how you ended up in Edinburgh performing and what kind of show it was?
I absolutely can. It was the second time I had performed a show in Edinburgh Fringe. The first time was in 2013, I want to say. And this came about because I was living in the UK. In 2017, I was living in Yorkshire and I had performed this show originally in Melbourne, October 2016, and then decided to tour the show around fringe festivals in the UK throughout the year. And the final performance of the tour was Edinburgh Fringe, because I wanted to go back to the festival to take another show. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And what kind of show is it? What's it called again? You mentioned the name.
It's My Funeral and I'll Throw Glitter If I Want To.
Okay. It's a strange name.
It is a strange name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny, to be honest. I thought it was a funny, quirky name that would grab people's attention and then they might want to come and see the show.
Yeah, it is a really interesting name. So what kind of show is it?
It's a one-woman comedy show. It was structured like a funeral, loosely. So I kind of threw my own comedy funeral and I spoke about my own experiences with mental health and sort of performed some songs and kind of gags and just told quite long, funny stories.
Okay. So the idea was that it was your funeral and
Yeah.
you were celebrating your
Yeah.
life or death.
Yeah. Kind of celebrating my life. I think a lot of my anxieties are about not living life to the fullest.
Okay.
And I wanted to make a show talking about that in relation to mental health, and I think kind of throw what I would like my funeral to be like after living a very full, fun life.
Okay. So what's it like being a performer and getting up in front of an audience? To me, it sounds truly terrifying. What does it feel like and what do you enjoy about that?
To me, it's the safest and calmest I've ever felt. I feel very secure performing. I did my first school play when I was 3 years old and I loved it. And I have been going ever since then. I've never stopped performing. And I think that once you have the bug, it's hard to stop. It's kind of, you get a bit of a thrill. It's lovely to get people clapping and cheering for you, but it's also lovely to be in a space where you know that you have all of the power. If anything goes wrong, you can fix it. And whatever happens, you can tell your story either by yourself or with other performers who you have worked with and hopefully trust over the course of an hour, 2 hours.
Okay. Wow. Well, yeah, thank you so much for doing this interview and sharing your story of the photo. It's really interesting.
No worries.
I have one final question.
Yeah.
That may or may not have to do with the photo. What's something that you're looking forward to in the future?
I am looking forward to my next few projects. I have 2 projects that I'm working on at the moment. One is a play, one is an audio work. So a play that you would just listen to, I suppose, like a podcast or something. And I'm looking forward to making those and performing those and getting back on stage again.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. It's been fun. Yeah. And thank you all for watching. As always, you can find all of the questions from our conversation below in the description, as well as a brief lesson plan for English teachers. So see you next time. Cheers, and thanks, Isobel.
Thanks.